drip for free. You know you got power. Ain't tryna throw the whole bag at me. Oh yeah, I know I got power. I got power. Okay, I got power. I said, put in the hours.
Look at you. Face down on the floor. I told you, you don't have it.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
I will be surprised given how hard he's worked, how well he's produced. This is a guy you can build a team around.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Williams at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, they've got Chris Paul. Levine is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And there's money. And it's Zohan in at the 1. And for those teams, Greg, already out of the playoff picture, what are they focused on at this point?
Next season? I mean, look, the reality is a number of these guys are playing for their job. And in the offseason, you want to be remembered for closing out strong. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And Memphis, Smitty, one of the flashiest teams in the league. Lots of highlight reel material there for sure.
Kevin, you need the sizzle and the steak. This is a young team with a lot of great talent that's still learning how to be consistent. It's part of the process.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And they double up Morant. Payne for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Quick decision-making of Desmond Bain, not wasting any time going up with his shot.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. To the paint, stolen by Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Gonzalez, that's good.
Nice vision by Levine. He gives it up instead of forcing his own play.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Hey, Steve, looking at Zach LaVine now. Still a very impressive score.
He's just so consistent, Kevin. Capable of connecting from anywhere on the floor. He's really put in the work to be a lights-out scorer.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores, some easy looks, so they can start to establish themselves.
San Antonio foul.
Norman Powell's checked in for San Antonio.
Personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Spurs, number 24, Norman Powell.
And they double up Jackson. Shoots from 12. Altama gets the bucket.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
1:25 left here in the opening quarter. To the inside. Spurs passing it around. Here's Gonzalez. And that comes off the assist by Levine. 10 points for money.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Morant sets a screen for Bain. Over Paul. Here's Jackson. Rejected by Gonzalez. Levine against Morant. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Gonzalez and the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Down low, and stolen by Wembanyama. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. They trail by 9 points. Last time they met was in Memphis.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Outside, Levine. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Memphis.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Morant looking around. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Levine way outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs lead by 9. And we'll be back right after this.
Grizzlies. 5.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game. It really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Brandon Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Jackson, and it's Smart in at the point. Smart finds Jackson. Kennard for 3. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Jackson. Steve, you were considered oversized for a guard when you were coming up out of school and into the pros. But right now, I don't feel like size matters as much at that position. You can be any size.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I think if you're a guy that has a lot of height and you has the skill set to play the guard position, you definitely have an advantage. The bigger you are and the more tight your skill set, the more successful you will be on the floor.
Here's Paul following the score by Memphis. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Kennard, the pass to Clark. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Clark's got 4 this quarter.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Some changes here for the Spurs. Sohan's checked in, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Norman Powell. quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Levine. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Lets it go with a 3. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Smart.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Lets it go from deep. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Here's Paul. Grizzlies with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
I was surprised they put up so little fight. That was not the team I expected to see that night.
And Levine throws it down.
Terrific dribble move by Zach LaVine. Blessed with the ability to create space to get off his shot.
And it's Clark in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs leading by 4. Over in the corner, Paul. Pass to Jackson Davis. Levine against Smart. That one good for 2. Levine's got 6 here in this quarter.
Great use of the mid-range. Levine going old school.
Clark outside. Passes it to Jackson. Back to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Even late in his career, no one passes it better than Chris Paul.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Spurs up by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Zach, strong first half for the team. How do you build this lead?
Keep playing hard on defense, the main thing. Getting out, running, getting stops. Continue to play with pace and, do what we do off the offensive end. We're good at that.
Zach, coach really likes the way you played, I'm sure. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. This game has been all about Zach LaVine's impressive play.
Yeah, when Zach LaVine is rolling, he's fun to watch. An incredible athlete, dunk contest champion multiple times. He's been unstoppable tonight.
And always a highlight just waiting to happen. And switching things up just a bit, let's look ahead at the upcoming schedule.
Big road stretch, long time away from families. But if team chemistry is good, your family on the road is in that locker room.
That is the ultimate. Seems like all the competitive teams have that camaraderie. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Here's Bain. Money out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Zohan in at the point. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
And Smitty, the last pick of the first round in that 2020 NBA draft. Desmond Bain loves proving the doubters wrong.
GA, every season he seems to take another leap. Now one of the league's premier three-point shooters and a terrific all-around player.
And so it's Memphis with it. After the basket by San Antonio. And finished off by Morant.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
Here's Gonzalez, and he dunks it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Bain's got 5.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
San Antonio calls timeout. Racking up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. Well, you look at Money, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
That is major productivity in the paint. I mean, they would love to get more and more of that from him going forward, because a scoring big man like that, guys, it's never easy to come by.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a prolific shot blocker, but blocks aren't his goal. He said, I'm playing the game to not foul, but make it as hard as I can. And if I block it, then cool. Avoiding those whistles is key. John Morant says of Jackson, his defensive presence is big time for us. We're a totally different team with him out there on the floor. Kevin?
They are indeed. Hey, D.A., thank you. Gonzalez, that's good.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Outside, Bain. Morant with the screen on Paul. Here's Bain. And Gonzalez pulls it down.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And he makes that one.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Nobody near Williams. Jackson kicks to Williams. Morant outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Forward mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Norman Powell's checked in for San Antonio. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Smart comes in for Williams. Gonzalez with it, guarded now by Jackson. Gonzalez, that's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Good feed from Ja. This demonstrates what an excellent leader he can be.
Spurs leading by 9. Outside, Gonzalez. Banked in off the glass. Gonzalez has got 14 points here in the second half.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Moran finds Aldama. That 3 off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Memphis. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Santi Aldama is out there with Williams. And it's Jackson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Morant, following the bucket by the Spurs. Bain, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant passes to Bain. Morant with the screen on Paul. The kick out to Williams. Here's Aldama. Off target from outside. Spurs shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Gonzalez, that's good. Gonzalez has got 32 points.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're up by 15. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .152 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gonzalez, and that one is hammered home.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Gonzalez against Morant. Gonzalez, that's good. Gonzalez has got 36. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Money.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nice shot by Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Gonzalez plays it up and banks it in. Gonzalez has got 42 in the game.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Driving inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gonzalez has got 44.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Clark finds Jackson, and there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Money.